Oh, Hammer, your rank. Yes.
Oh, outswinger.
Great work.
A couple of these balls have got dents in them and they're swinging. Okay.
Do I get it?
Put your head down, sorry.
Back off! Oh. Hello everyone, welcome along to At Odds for another week of fun and frivolity. Brian Fletcher, Mark Waugh, Shane Heel. The team is back and ready for the finals in the AFL.
Can't
One
wait.
week to go and a few weeks to go in the NRL.
Yeah, another 2 weeks to go. 3 weeks to go. 3 more games.
Sorting the wheat from the chaff, although a few in the AFL are still reeling from the last 7 days with sackings galore, and I reckon there's maybe 1 or 2 more to come before the end of August.
Yeah, potentially. But what I want to concentrate on is the top 4. How close is it? That game, Geelong and Brisbane last
What
week,
about
was a cracking game.
Geelong and Brisbane, and this week it's 1v2 in the AFL. So the last 3 weeks in the NRL we've had 1v2, 2v4, that sort of thing. So there's plenty to look forward to, and sandwiched in the middle, Junior, is the cricket.
Yeah.
And can we win a game without His Royal Highness Steve Smith?
Hopefully it's just the one test that he's not playing. And obviously if the concussion rule comes into play for this test, it's a huge hole because he's our best player by a long way. So good chance for someone else to step up. The second test at Lords was a beauty. It could have went either way. In the end, we hung on with the draw. Marnus Labuschagne, who came in as a replacement for Steve Smith.
Isn't that a good
batted
idea, though? That new idea where a player's injured and you get a full replacement, you don't just bat 10 or bowl whoever.
Well, if that rule wasn't in place, we lose that test,
We're gone.
which would have been unfair. So we did well to hang on. There were moments in that test match which, you know, we should have won that test on the 4th afternoon. There was 3 catches we dropped. There was 2 non-reviews by Nathan Lyon.
What's going on with the reviews?
What are you doing, boy?
What are they going to keep them in the bank for?
You appeal because you think it's out, like big appeal. Then it comes down the crunch, you think, oh, it's not even going to clip the stumps. You know, if it clips the stumps, you don't lose your review. If you know, this goes to umpire's call, but it's only got a clip to keep your review. So that's what I can't understand. But there was chances there. We should have nearly won that test match, but England think they should have won. So it sets up great for the 3rd test at Headingley.
I know we've done the video of Shane Heel steaming in from the long run over there at the basketball court to you, but
Quick too, mate.
clearly not the most intimidating bowler you've ever faced is the Hammer. Who was?
Jeez, I'll tell you what, I'm glad I'm not facing this bloke, Jofra Archer.
Jofra Archer.
Well, there'd be the West Indies. Courtney Walsh had a great bouncer. He hit a lot of guys, real sort of snap of the wrist. Malcolm Marshall was real skiddy. Wacker Eunice was really pretty quick and pretty mean as well. Was a Macram, he had a really quick bounce. But this guy, Jofra Archer, he gets a lot of bounce off a full length at 150k an hour. That's hard to combat.
What about the helmets? When do you reckon there's going to come a time when they're going to be compulsory? Because to me, when Steve Smith got hit there, that's very similar.
It was fleshy to Phil.
Yeah, you're saying that the
So
guard here.
that
Surely
comes in
that-
next year. No,
It's got to be compulsory.
Well,
Why do they do it
understand.
now? Like, why?
Because they say they feel uncomfortable with it there, but that actually
I'll tell you how
wouldn't,
you're gonna be
wouldn't have stopped that blow because it was sort of more on the neck rather than, you know, it was a bit lower down. So, but he's brought a different dynamic to this series.
Yeah.
I thought Australia were good things to win the Ashes series, but with Jofra Archer coming in and bowling like that, I think it just balances the series up pretty evenly now.
Is he going to come back a bit? Not you know.
Drinking?
No, Steve Smith. Is he going to? His mindset. Is he going to be?
Well,
He'll be there.
it can definitely affect you. If you
Yeah.
get a nasty blow, it can affect you. So, but he's a tough kid. We won't.
He came back on an hour later and scored another.
Yeah, I know, but he might have been
20
still
runs,
concussed.
I like Marnus Labuschagne. When
Yeah.
he got hit, do you see the
it
second
was
ball
good.
which nearly knocked him off his feet? He
What
got
a
up and he
scare-
See what he
stared
called
at Jofra
Archer?
Archer.
Hear what he called Archie? He said.
Yeah, but
That's what he said.
He said, mate, is that the best you got? You're kidding.
he basically said straight away to the physio, you could hear it in the stump mic saying, no, that's okay. I tell you what was funny when the English batsman got it. Did you hear the stump mic that? He got hit in the thing. He said, where'd you get hit? I got hit in that. It was a lover in July.
Kiwi boy.
Give us your predictions quickly. The
Oh,
winner,
look.
top run scorer, wicket taker, and I know and I sense you're changing.
Someone shoot me. I'm going to actually tip England in this Test match. I mean, without Steve Smith,
That makes me
Jofra
sick,
Archer.
Junior.
I think they got into a short
un-Australian.
enough. I think they got into a short enough.
You aren't the
break,
best
though.
cricketer in your family anymore.
I know. They were going to win
He's
one.
trying to tip winners,
They were
fellas.
going to win 1 or 2 tests in the series.
You can't tip
So
England in
I'm
Ashes.
gonna
I'm just
tip-
saying it. I'm coming out.
I'm not tipping them to win the series, but I'm tipping them to win the
I don't
series.
mean like that. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying you can't.
Without Steve Smith, where we're going to get the runs?
I don't
And
care,
What's
but-
our team going to be? Marcus Harris has got to come into the team.
He's got to come in.
and I think Mitchell Stark should come in.
Bancroft's got to
have
sit it
a
out.
spell.
He's had 4
But I'm
digs.
tipping England to win. Top run scorer, top wicket taker. Nathan Lyon might be a sneaky in this game because I say it's a very dry pitch. He's going to bowl a lot of overs.
That's the wickets.
Yep, that's wickets. Top run scorer, I'm thinking Matthew Wade at number 6 as a roughie.
I don't think you'll get a bat. Davey Warner. Come on, you little
Okay,
champion.
come on, Davey. Yeah, come on, Davey.
Righto,
a bit
let's
of passion between you two with that.
let's talk. Well, he's going England. I can't believe it either.
Yeah.
Let's talk rugby league.
Yes.
Our mate Cameron Smith, favourite to win the Dally M,
Smitty.
copped
What's that?
berating
Yeah.
left, right, and centre. He cops it. He gives it. He cops it. What's with the Cameron Smith hate-a-thon in the month of August?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
There
look,
was a love up in July. And now
it seems to me that we are now punishing for all his indiscretions because he's obviously been charged with the chicken wing. Look, every team does it. I did an interview during the week. Every team has a wrestling coach. The difference with Melbourne is they're mentally tougher. They do it for longer. Even watch the Titans, who are running last by a million lengths. They wrestle. But it's just because Melbourne can just do it consistently and for longer periods of time.
But isn't that up to the referee, the umpire,
Absolutely,
to
it's
be
up-
able to say, that's
absolutely.
it, stop it, and then they pull
Exactly.
it back?
The Cameron Smith one with the ears, they had a still of it.
Should have grabbed his shirt, didn't
Grab
he?
his jumper. And we were taught when we used to play, you're holding down the jumper.
That
That's
reckon
why
a
they.
good
That's
shirt.
why they became. Nice shirt. That's why they became
Peter
really
Jackson.
tight fitting
Yeah.
because you used to get held down. Cameron's just.
well, they
pushing-
used to be collarless too,
used to
so
have
you
collar.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cameron's he's a competitor. I got no problem with what he did because every team's doing it.
Yeah, I agree. Nathan Brown got the Rissole from the Newcastle Knights. Wasn't on a contract, was sort of an open-ended
Performance-based.
thing, performance-based, but I think the writing was on the wall, and I don't mind the idea is if you're going to not improve in another year, then you've got to get a new bloke in. Same happened in
Yeah, and I think with the team they had and the four, they got 4 state of origin representatives. You got to make the top 8. If you've got a team with 4, especially in those key positions.
What happened to them? Halfway through the year, they were looking
They lost
like
6,
top 4.
they won
7. 5 in a row. They're just too
Yeah,
inconsistent.
they lost 5, yeah. It was-
But
My
why?
mail is the Jesse Ramian
Frenchman.
scandal or incident didn't go down too well with certain players. Maybe that came back to bite Brownie. But look, Brownie's a terrific coach and a good bloke. I think he'll find another job.
I think you will as well. Okay, let's get stuck into some of the games in the NRL. We'll talk about the cricket test in a short while as well. The odds are all up online, unibet.com.au. What are you looking forward to? Eels and Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are our footy fill-up this week, 350.
Wow.
Taking on the Eels.
Tell you
They're
what,
flying up.
they are going good, the
Yeah.
Doggies.
I'm going to go for that. I think that's value. 350.
Look,
on a
their
two-horse
defence has
race.
improved, no doubt, but they just haven't got much in attack still.
Mate, they
Well,
didn't,
you don't have to
South
have
didn't
much.
score a try.
yeah, that's South. South's are in a hole. They're playing against Mitchell Moses, he's flying at the moment, and they're playing against a Parramatta side who are a chance of making the top 4. I don't know
Just
whether. I think
staggering.
their end might come to an end.
They
Their run.
typically have tight games, the Eels and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's from the old days.
Okay.
They talk about our players.
Not this one,
Rabbitohs
mate.
$1.80 to knock off the Broncos at $2.04. Rabbitohs haven't scored a try in 14 days.
Yeah, no, they've been.
What happened to them last week?
The halfback's crook by the sound.
Well,
by the
why
looks
are
of
they
it.
favourites in that game?
I don't know. I think because the Turpin's out for Brisbane and Tavita Pengai's out.
Okay.
But Sam Burgess has been named, but you saw him pull up. He pulled his quad again, so I don't think he'll
We do
play.
know how well the Brisbane Broncos play on a Friday night.
You do,
when
but
when
you
got a
also
long
got
weekend.
Wayne Bennett, who will have them firing going.
Oh,
on.
you don't think there'll be the reverse? That
Yeah, but I don't think Seabold's got exactly the same sort of not aura as Wayne. Wayne will have these blokes up.
Okay.
But yeah,
The SCG Classic on Anzac Day. The flip side of that is the Dragons playing the Roosters at home. Will still be a sellout. And the Dragons, though, you talk about a hole,
Struggling.
they're in a Grand Canyon of holes.
yeah, and playing against the Chooks, where you look across that back line, every time they get the ball, anyone in that back line, something's going to happen. So, although the line's pretty, it's inviting, isn't it? 12 and a
How
half.
is that
start.
line only 12 and a half?
Yeah, well, it's at home. It's Dragons, and the Roosters still aren't full strength. That's saying something.
Okay, Canberra $1.53. The Seagulls $2.48. That is at Canberra,
Yeah.
and they are off the back of a big win last week when they stormed home to beat the Storm.
Yeah, another 20,000 plus crowd. Sticky will have them up. They've gone Roosters.
Bang, bang,
probably
bang.
should have beat the Roosters. Beat Melbourne. Now this is a test. If they beat the Seagulls,
They're a
they're
genuine-
they're a smoky.
Okay, last round of the AFL, and plenty of interest, particularly for those teams who are still in with a hunt in the top 8. I'm talking mainly about the Western Bulldogs. The 2 Adelaide teams have stunk it up the last fortnight. Essendon managed to get themselves a lock into position number 7. They take on Collingwood $1.40. The Bombers $3.
Collingwood have been impressive.
They were great last week against Adelaide.
I'd written them off 3 weeks ago with some poor form and with a lot of players out, but with their backs to the walls, they have been absolutely incredible. Big win on the road. Expect them to be too strong for Essendon this week.
West Coast $1.25. The Hawks $4. That's over in Perth. Ruffy kicked 6 last week. He gets another start. Might be a different kettle of fish though. Not against the Gold Coast Suns. They're against the top of the table or near enough West Coast.
Well, we know how West Coast are at home. They very, very good record over there. A lot on the line. They have to be able to get this win for a top 2 finish. Hawthorn are a good team, but I think they'll go down in a big way.
Freezing cold in Ballarat, $1.34. You can take the
Snowing.
Western Bulldogs, $3.20 the Adelaide Crows. They've got a sniff, but the dominoes have got to fall their way.
Well, the Bulldogs are the only team for me outside the top 4 with any sort of form
They were good last week.
that have a chance to be able to win a premiership. It's almost like when you wind back the clock when they did win a premiership, it's sort of the same sort of way, just coming good at the right time. They were unbelievable last week. Young team, tough, plenty of people who can kick goals, good defence. I love the way they're playing, and I think they'll absolutely give it to Adelaide.
And they will possibly play GWS again in the first week of the finals, and that'll be sort of 4 times in the last few years they've played them there and potentially have knocked them off. The big game is 1v2. Richmond came from behind to defeat West Coast last week. They take on Brisbane, MCG, cracking game, cracking crowd.
Well, speaking of a team that's in form and playing the same sort of way when they won a premiership a couple of years ago, is the Tigers. Great team, looking really good. But Brisbane, I reckon, is everyone's second favourite team.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching Brisbane play. They knocked off my Cats last week. Thought we were home. Didn't happen.
Terrific win.
It was a great win. A lot of character, and these young guys, they just play hard the whole time. They've got a whole lot of belief. It's refreshing. I don't think they'll be good enough to be able to beat Richmond in Melbourne, but I think it's going to be a cracking
What's
game.
been a turnaround for Brisbane? Because at the start of the year, they were 150
It's a
to 1.
3-year plan, and Fagan's plan, Chris Fagan's plan, has come to fruition.
Third year.
Third year, and young kids. They had a couple of players come into the side. Charlie Cameron's been unbelievable. Lockie Neal nearly win the Brownlow, and they've just turned it around. And young blokes who were good are now really good, and they've all played together. Not a lot of injuries. The same old story.
Well executed.
Yeah.
Very well executed.
One certainly for the weekend. Jared McVeigh leaving. Kieran Jack leaving. The Sydney Swans. Buddy potentially going 300.
Wow.
Milestone games, they win. So jump on the mighty red and whites. Wink Stakes on Saturday. What do you reckon?
I think Villiers will win the Wink Stakes. I think he's favourite, but really good horse. There's a lot of horses resuming, which is hard to line their form up. Very elegant second pick. I reckon she's better over a bit more ground. Happy Clapper, third pick. I think his best days are past him, so I come back to a Villiers to win that.
Okay, and the basketball, the Boomers and the USA series. There's been a bit of drama off the court. Can they just shut up and shoot?
Wow, unbelievable, really.
Oops, I mean,
This is a massive game.
Can't say the word USA and shoot because everyone gets confused, obviously.
55,000 people, fellas, played at Marvel Stadium. This is just going to be an unbelievable event Thursday night. And people are talking about the USA team not having the superstars like Durant and Curry, but there are some amazing players, some max players that'll make a couple of $100 million. Guys like Donovan Mitchell. So the way Australia's playing, it's not a good thing. They weren't good against Canada.
Mate, we got mail that we were going to beat Canada by plenty.
In the first game,
Did you get that?
I got that mail, on the
in the
communication
first game
portal.
of the World Cup, fellas, read your messages in the
Hammer,
communication
I've
portal.
got a question about Bruce Bolton's young bloke, Jonah Bolton.
Jonah Bolton.
Is there something wrong with him? Because it looked like he was... No, well, he just looked... His body language was
Didn't look like he
shocking.
wanted to be
No.
there.
Is it...
It didn't, and it's hard to defend him because he looked like he had no interest.
Yeah.
Now, he's gone
Harvey
to
Norman.
the coach and they've come out and said that it's
Curious.
personal reasons that he's actually left the team. In my history of the Boomers, no player has ever started a campaign, played a couple of games, and then said, you know what, I can't stay. So,
So he's saying that he wants to leave, get out.
well, he's already
gone.
gone. He's already left the
gone.
country. He's gone back to Philly, and it's a very, very disappointing decision. I put an asterisk that if there is something that's wrong, but when you say personal reasons, you open it up for a whole lot of speculation, and people do know that he wasn't happy in his role. So it leads to speculation that that was the reason why he's gone.
He's just
so
taken the toys and gone.
and if that's the case,
let's hope there is, well, you know what I mean.
we hope there's
Let's
nothing
a genuine
wrong.
reason there.
But it certainly opens.
But
to
we need
speculation. And if
him
it happens-
for the Olympics, I suppose, next year.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure whether they'll be welcoming him back if he has left for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
I just noticed the 23 still available there. and
Yeah.
as you saw a couple of weeks, it fits snug.
Sharpshooter from 3, isn't he?
Still snug.
Still got it.
We're going to take a short break, come back and see how we did last week. Although if you've been watching social media, you'll already know that we didn't do that good. Welcome back to At Odds, all thanks to unibet.com.au. Our footy fill-ups this week. Brisbane Lions. We laid them last week and they got the cash. They're going again, the boys in the office. $3 for them to beat Richmond. So it's 1v2 and you're getting $3 about the team first on the ladder. Again, they're being underestimated. And in the NRL, this is the value.
Bulldogs.
$3.50
My
against
word.
the Parramatta
Get on.
Eels.
Cut it out.
Wow.
Get on, Hammer.
Maybe some value there on the website unibet.com.au. The reason why I'm really extending the opener to this segment, which is normally the part we talk about our winners, is because this is going to be really brief. Because not one of you blokes won anything on
First
the
time.
Hang on.
First time.
I had
ever.
a double, my first leg shit in. Oop, you allowed to swear?
You can't fucking swear on fucking this.
So you lost.
So I
How's
lost.
that closest to
how-
my
Well, I
three-leg
tipped one
multi,
winner.
mate.
I tipped
tipped
one
two
winner.
out
So
of
I
the three.
got 2 out of 3.
Oh, okay.
I got 3 out of
And
4.
I didn't come last. I came second in my other bet.
So we're all a bit unlucky then,
Yeah.
really.
And that's the first time, Russell, in
First
25,
time
25
in
weeks.
25 weeks that no winner. So the team struggled and we lost a little money. So the scoreboard, as you can see, doesn't change a lot. I'm still safely in 3rd position, a junior in 2nd,
Yeah.
and then the 2 Wood Ducks, 4th and 5th.
Hang
They
on.
get picked.
No, Russ.
Hammer's
We'll be
tailed
right.
off. You're
We'll
tailed
be
off.
right. Wait
Hammer.
till the NBL,
You are
mate.
tailed
You
off.
wait.
Tailed off.
Am
We're
I
going-
1,000 behind you?
Yeah, we're thousands behind me. Let's go with our bets this week. Last week's finish. You're only as good as your next bet, Brian
right.
Fletcher.
Yes, okay. So we're going slam dunks.
Yes.
I'm going Eels minus 6.5 against the Bulldogs. Bank West, they score for fun there. Broncos
the
to
Dogs?
No, Broncos to beat the Rabbitohs.
Wow, they're out.
Now this is what I'm doing here. This is a bit strange, but I don't care. Dragons with 13.5 start against the Roosters.
Ooh, you think the
$6,
Roosters just are
10.
pulling up now, the Roosters?
Well, I just think the Dragons are
Okay.
going to start.
Junior.
All right, so I'm going, you can wash my mouth out, I'm going to the cricket, first of all. England to beat Australia in
You're
Italy.
kidding. Against Australia.
Well, they're going to win one test, so I'm going to give them this test, the Poms. Then I'm going to couple that up with the NRL. I'm going to get the Sharks to beat the Warriors and the Raiders to beat the Sea Eagles.
You know what?
$3.50.
I like watching you gamble. I really do. I like your tips.
We don't like
But I
something like
really hope you get beat up bad.
So you've never tipped against the Roosters or Souths?
Not the country.
He tipped
The
against the
country.
Roosters in his bet.
Yeah.
Right,
What about this
Hammer.
here?
All right,
Australia.
well, if you've gone that way then, Junior, I'm going to go
gonna go
USA
there.
to
Sorry.
beat the Boomers.
Israel
11
Flowers
plus.
got you on his list. That was the 11th
Keep
one.
going.
Can you
Keep
get
going,
them
Hammer.
Just because you've tipped against Australia, I'm going to go USA to
I didn't
beat
say anything.
the Boomers 11 plus in both games. So there's going to need to be a big
Thursday
improvement
and
for
Saturday.
the
and then-
Boomers.
Yeah.
And then I'm going into the Cats 16 plus against Carlton.
I'm going the AFL Shorties multi. Collingwood, Sydney, North, Geelong, West Coast. Bang, 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 bang.
Like it.
$3.50.
Five of them.
I
Five
like
of them.
it. I like it.
And Mark Schwarzer, who normally tips us $18 slam dunks and $4 Hail Marys, is going Man U to beat Crystal Palace and Man City to beat Bournemouth.
Hi guys, this week my slam dunk is Manchester United to beat Crystal Palace, Manchester City to beat Bournemouth. My Hail Mary is Norwich to beat Chelsea, Aston Villa to beat Everton, and Schalke to beat Bayern Munich. And for this week's match multi, I'm going to go with Borussia Dortmund to beat FC Cologne by 1.5 goals, both teams to score, and Jadon Sancho being on the score sheet. Happy punting.
Hail Marys, kick it off with myself. North Melbourne and Melbourne, under 171.5. Western Bulldogs, Adelaide, under 161. And the Aussies to win the cricket. That's a hail.
Right, there's a Hail Mary, yeah.
Go, you.
Me? I'm going a little bit along your lines with the slam dunk. Collingwood, North Melbourne, Geelong, West Coast all to win, and Richmond 1 to 39.
Junior.
Okay, I'm going to Royal Randwick. I'm going to race 6, horse called Trope to run a place, into race 7, Avilius to win the Wink Stakes, and then in the last, Prime Candidate to run a place.
Prime
Okay.
candidate. to
I'm
run
going
a place.
to Royal Randwick as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we're all going to Royal Randwick.
Yeah, I've decided to change tack.
That could be the next Unibet lock-in.
Yes, please.
Good.
Yeah.
Up in the Chairman's
Public.
Club.
No,
Beautiful.
public. Get out,
Chairman's
get out
Club.
with the people.
Chairman's Club.
Okay, I'm going.
That's a different set of people. Junior's people and your people are...
Yeah.
That is so in character.
Okay, here we go. We're going race 3 Mandela to win. These are all wins, by the way. Mandela to win, into Libertini to win, into Roheron in the last. All a win. So we're thinking that might be about $18.
100 to 1.
$18.
Wow.
Okay, going big
You've been on
and
the
going
cheers, haven't you?
wide.
I got I'm gone. This is my own.
Plenty to look forward to. I think at the top of the list, aside from the cricket and the footy, this basketball will be huge. won't it?
55,000 people. Can't wait. Marvel
commentating
Stadium.
too, Hammer, aren't
I'll
you?
be there right up the back commentating, and then I've got to go all the way down to the court to do the interviews.
Just, mate, and if your
Get a
phone
few autographs
runs out,
while
I
I'm
get
there.
paid the big
if
bucks,
your
mate.
phone runs out, there's plenty of easy charge stations free at Marvel
There you
Stadium.
go. I'll be looking
Not
for
all of them work though. I found out. I'm just saying.
They all work.
Well, some of them didn't work. I grabbed one and it didn't work.
They work.
Was it? Might have been
Stop, cut,
not
cut,
the charger.
cut.